Hello, hi, Saumi. Thank you for being here.
Hi.
Thank you for accepting my request.
Thank you for having
First,
me.
no issues. It's our pleasure, and our audience would like to know, uh, what is the connection between breath and the body posture, right? So today's topic is about breathing and how body posture is related to breathing. So before that, let me introduce you to Somi. Somi, we met in our yoga school, but she's a physiotherapist. She has done her masters in orthopedic and sports conditions, and she's a certified yoga instructor, and she has done her level one nutrition course, and also she has done her certification sports injury and rehab therapist, and she's currently serving as a physiotherapist, and she previously served and also I think serving to the marathons in Mumbai and medical campuses in Mumbai. And she worked as a freelancer, and she is also holding an Instagram moment to tales, like where she shares her content related to the physiotherapy, fitness, and nutrition. So after going through your background, so me see, I
Yeah.
understood like how much you care about your patients, right? So, see, like you are a physio and you learn about yoga, you are learning about nutrition, you are learning about different courses. You are pursuing so many courses and so many certifications. I feel like how much you care about your patients. So actually, I wanted to understand what motivates you to learn. So you have a physiotherapist degree. You don't need to like
Yeah.
really focus on other aspects, right? So what really motivated you all this?
Well, talking about not focusing on other aspects, I might debate on it because it's like when it all goes hand in hand. What is a better combination of being a yoga instructor and also knowing your body as a physiotherapist? I mean, if I combine both of them, I think I might be able to deliver really good patient-centered treatment. And nutrition, I think nutrition and body goes hand in hand always. So which is why I wanted to know, at least if I'm not certified to give diet, probably diet charts, but at least I am certified enough to tell my patients that what will help you in recovery from the nutrition aspect. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
in
it
other
all
way,
goes hand in hand.
exactly. I think in other way, everything is linked. And so the nutrition
Yeah,
is also
exactly.
plays a role in our physical health, and the other
Exactly.
like yoga and also the lifestyle. Exactly. So, what I really understood is the holistic approach. So, what you really
Yeah,
wanted to do to your patient is holistic way.
exactly.
So, yeah, today's our topic, mainly topic, I narrowed down this topic. So, the topic is about breathing, like because I am a breathing coach, I focus mainly on breathing, which is a like thread in our body, which is connected. So, what I found, like the poor posture also significantly reduces the lung capacity as well as the expiratory flow, and also diseases like lumbar lordosis, if I'm spelling right or not. So there are some diseases
Right.
also like people come across because of these. So could you please enlighten us what is the relationship between the posture and breathing?
Okay. Yes, sure. So for that, I will start with explaining how basically our breathing happens. So there are
Yes.
two kinds. Basically, one is the diaphragmatic breathing, which is the 80% of the breathing that is supposed to be done. You use your diaphragm muscle, which is basically a dome-shaped muscle in our abdominal cavity, right? And when we breathe inhale, the diaphragm will contract and go down, it will flatten. That increases the space that the lungs have. And so the lungs will be able to breathe in or expand more better. And to add in, the rib cage has these muscles called as intercostal muscles, which pull up the rib cage. So they expand the rib cage, they pull up the sternum a little bit so that the lungs, which are inside the rib cage, they have enough space to breathing. This is the normal breathing that a person should actually do all the time. And the other one is I think what we've learned in yoga, it's called as clavicular breathing, which is the accessory breathing. And that is usually that is a backup breathing. And there you use the accessory muscles, that is not the primary muscle. That is all your neck muscles and your upper back muscles. So these are two kinds of breathing. Now, as you asked, what is the relation between breathing and posture? So, if I have a poor posture, like if I talk about today's generation, like where people are constantly on their laptop with a hunched shoulder, rounded back, or on their phones, with the head down and the head popping forward and rounded the back and all. So what happens is you are decreasing the space for the rib cage to expand. When I am slouching, okay, everybody can try it right now. When you're slouching, and if you try to breathe with your belly, like when you try to expand your belly, you cannot because there is not enough space for the diaphragm to move. There is not enough space for your rib cage to move in order because of that you're not breathing very well. And what other thing that happens is when you're not breathing efficiently, when your body is not getting efficient oxygen, you tend to use your accessory muscles, and that is when you'll use your neck muscles and the accessory breathing, which is shallow breath. You cannot breathe efficiently with the accessory muscles because they don't have that capacity to help your lungs expand. So poor posture, basically, when you're slouched or when your head is forward, uh, will in will lead to inefficient breathing, inefficient oxygen capacity, and as you said, the vital capacity. Vital capacity is basically the total capacity of the lungs to breathe in and out. It is the total
Yeah.
capacity. So the total capacity comes down because you're not breathing efficiently. The diaphragm is not uh, contracting as much as it should. The rib cage does not have the space to expand. You already slouch. How will it expand, right? So your vital capacity comes down. Your expiratory flow is basically the amount of air that we are breathing out. Now, when you are doing a shallow breathing, or when there is not enough, um, your your rib cage cannot expand, or the diaphragm cannot contract properly. What happens is you are not you're breathing in shallow and you're also breathing out shallow. You're not expelling all the carbon dioxide that has to come out. So your expiratory
True.
flow decreases, which leads to increase in the carbon dioxide in your blood, which is, I mean, I think for all layman can understand that that is not a good sign, right? So I feel that posture and breathing are very much interdependent on each other.
Wow. Wow. So it's from our lungs to rib cage to even I think they will also they might also have some uh, gut problems. I think like the digestion
Yes, yes,
issues.
every.
Okay, yeah.
I'll tell you,
Wow.
yeah, so yeah.
What are the health conditions like particularly affected because of the posture or breathing? Can you just tell us like what are the
See,
health conditions?
yeah, I'll start with physical health conditions. If you
Mm-hmm.
are, so it is hand in hand, it goes vice versa. If you are using your accessory muscles, if you're doing your shallow breathing, okay, that is your neck muscle. Now their function is not to breathe. Their function is to help in breathing, but not. I mean, you might know that we, on an average, take around 17,000 to 25,000 breaths in a single day, and these neck muscles are not functioned to do that much amount of work. So it is overworking. So it tenses up, it tightens. There are triggers that are formed, which in turn lead to neck pain and forward head postures, your shoulders drooping, your pectoralis muscles, that is the muscles in your chest tightening. So, and vice versa, if you have a poor posture, then already these muscles are tightened. Like your neck muscles, your chest muscles, your upper back muscles are already tightened and not functioning at their optimum because of the poor posture. And hence, again, when they have to help in that accessory breathing, they won't be able to help because they're not functioning well. So it is vice versa. That's the physical part of it. Also, the poor posture. Uh, I mean, if you're because of your poor posture, you're not breathing well. It also leads to heart problems. Uh, so, I mean, there are researchers that have proved it's an indirect connection, but it leads to heart problems. There will be stress problems that will be originating because when you are slouched or when you're taking
Mm.
shallow breaths because of that position, because you can't use your diaphragm well, you're doing your shallow breaths. Now, during shallow breaths, there is increased amount of oxygen, carbon dioxide going out at a very fast rate. And our body is functioned in a way that when such a thing happens, there is a neurological connection that goes to your brain, which will tell you that you are in a stressed condition, you're in a stressed environment. Because usually, in any kind of stress, be it like, for example, if a dog is running behind you to run, you will automatically start doing shallow breaths because they are faster. So your body is getting oxygen at a increased frequency. It's not the correct way, but at that point of time, it is something that is helpful. So shallow breaths kind of, instigate that stress hormones. It will tell your body that you are in a stress condition. And if it continues, if there is a poor posture, if you're breathing shallow, and if you're not using your diaphragm well over a long period of time, that will continuously keep your body in stress. It will keep your mental health in stress. You might not actually be in a stressed you know you might be happy in your life, but it keeps your mental and physical health in stress. There are gut problems that will happen because as I said, both are interconnected. Poor breathing might lead to posture problems, and posture problems is like lumbar lordosis, as you spoke in the beginning. Lumbar
Yeah.
lordosis is basically exaggerated curve in your low back. Your low back is curved, but when that is
Mm.
exaggerated, your
Mm.
your back muscles are tightened. There is not enough space for your abdominal cavity or the organs in abdomen, which leads to all your
Mm.
gut problems and your digestive problems. And of course,
Mm.
decreased amount of oxygen will lead to I mean, each and everything. If I want to move my finger from here to here, I need oxygen for this. You know,
Mm.
so I think overall it'll affect the entire body function.
Wow. So like it's like just a body, but it has a lot of functions than
It
the
has.
role we play in our life, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So we think
I
that
think it's a miracle. Our body is a miracle. What it is doing every second, it is just beyond our
yes, yes, yes.
imagination.
Sometimes people don't honor what is happening within our body. They just like pull away outwards. They don't honor themselves and they don't eat
That's
their
true.
body properly. Yeah. So it's about also the consciousness. So the next question for me is like you said because of poor posture it leads to the stress. My question is the what role stress and emotions play in our posture and breathing? Because yes, if we are even though we are happy, if our posture is wrong, of course it activates the stress hormones in our brain. But when people are stressed, when people are emotional, like if it might be positive or negative emotions, because I read one research paper because of emotions also lead to the back pain, lower back pains. People will always come to me as a yoga instructor. They ask me like, I have a lower back pain. Which asana should I do? You know that it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So it's a complete life. So could you please enlighten us?
Yeah. Okay. So, stress or any kind of emotion, be it bad or good, our body is made in a way that if you are having If it is a very short-lived stress, for example, you're running to catch a train, if you are running from an animal or whatever, these are short-lived. This is also taken by the body as a stress only. So these kind of situations will lead to shallow breathing, right? Because that is using your accessory muscles. Because that is faster breathing and you're getting oxygen at a higher frequency, right? And this will not, I mean, if it is happening again and again, yes, then it might lead to problems because shallow breathing, as I said, if you continue the shallow breathing or the accessory breathing, you tighten up these neck and your chest and your upper back muscles, which are not functions to be used at such a rate, right? But if it is, once in a time, then it won't, or it won't lead to any bad consequence. In terms of stress mentally, our body is functioning in a way that when we are stressed, the stress accumulates in the body in some or the other way or in some or the other part, always. Be it trauma, be it any kind of trauma, be it a past trauma. If you've had an accident even 2 years back, if that trauma is not released, it is accumulated in your body somehow. And the most, I would say, part of the body where the stress usually accumulates in the body is your shoulders and your upper. As we say that, the shoulders are, they take the heavy, they take the weight of your
Yeah.
stress. That is a proverb, as they say, but it actually does. There are times when your stress accumulates in the shoulder, your stress accumulates in your jaw. In fact, it is a fact that jaw and the shoulders are one of those are the parts of the body where the stress accumulates very frequently. People do tend to ignore the jaw a lot, but it is playing a very vital role. So now, when this accumulates there, what happens is, you those muscles start stressing. Okay, if my stress is accumulating in my shoulders, or if I'm in a stress position, it is a psychological thing for me to be in a lower mood or in a depleted kind of a state. And I mean, it is a research thing that people tend to slouch, or people are not very upright when they are in a stressed or a emotionally sad or a bad situation. So that will in turn lead to uh, tightening of your upper back muscles, tightening of your chest muscles, and overstretching of your upper back muscles. When the muscle is either overstretched or it is tight, any of it won't be able to function in the most optimum way. So, yeah, stress does, and also the when you are in a stressful condition, I mean, I think I've covered that point. When you are in a stressful condition, breathing patterns are not very well
Yeah.
maintained. So that will obviously lead to posture or back aches or neck aches, headaches, jaw aches. There are a lot of things. Yeah.
So I think you might also have faced as a physiotherapist, like people ask, like they have some pain, neck pain. They only want something related to the neck. They don't really focus on their awareness, breathing, or some other supporting muscles or nutrition, lifestyle. So can
Yeah.
you, like, you might have like past several years, you might have come up with so many patients. What are the common misconceptions or common things people think that, like, if I have finger pain, the finger is the only responsible, like, yeah, part,
Yeah.
not other body. So what are the common?
Mhm.
Uh, yeah.
There are a lot, in fact. So your head, neck, and shoulder, and your low back all are connected. Okay, all are connected to your core as well. Okay, so if I am, so there are misconceptions are like, they'll come up with saying that I have shoulder pain. but it will actually be because of that person being in a very droop condition, in a very forward head posture, which is neck related. That person would be having that increased spinal curve in the upper back, which is called as kyphosis in medical terms. But or basic poor posture, that slouch posture, or a work condition where he has to always be in a bent position. So your neck is not in a good posture. Your neck muscles are not well. You are constantly, a lot of times these people who are working on outdoors, like on
Okay.
industrial sites or
Mm-hmm.
or on roads, basically,
Okay.
their breathing is not very optimal uh, most of the time. So, but they might be having shoulder problem, but actually the problem might be that, they're not using the core well. They're not. So, for example, if even if so, this is, I'll tell you, people who want to build up their core, what will that abs that they want to build up, they want to tighten their core, but in all of that they will learn how to they learn all the exercises that will help give them that upper abs and the lower abs and everything, and the sides and the obliques. But the main important thing is that they forget is breathing technique. I think when I am teaching a person how to use your core or how to activate your core, the first thing I teach them is how to breathe while you're activating your core. Otherwise, it's of no use. If you're not
Yeah.
breathing correctly, then you're not activating your core well, and vice versa. So there are, yeah, I think people will come up with like, I have headache issues, but they won't see that, they're not that their neck is not great, their shoulder is not great, they're not breathing well. That is why they're having headache issues. Always like, probably they'll come up with headache, and I'm checking their neck, and they'll be like, no, I don't have pain there. Why are you touching that? And I'm like, everything is connected. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, guys, like whoever is watching this video, you have to understand that your body, in our body, everything is connected. Even I have seen many people like they just wanted to burn the fat in their belly and squeeze their abdominal muscles and keep, they don't even breathe to the abdomen, like they don't really engage the diaphragm because they feel like their abdomen might come out. But
Yeah, yeah.
they are not
That's
understanding
not.
like what are the like other side effects it teaches. Because also it's the reason I connected with you, Soumi, is like because people are not aware of all this. In mainstream,
Yeah.
these all are not like really well known in the mainstream unless they have a doctor who works holistically. Even the doctor doesn't like for you because you also been to yoga and you know techniques, you understood the philosophy behind it and the science behind it. Sometimes they don't even give these tips, preventive tips and all those. Like because of bad posture and breathing, we are having like even dental problems, neck, shoulder, and spinal problems. We have gut problems. We have digestive problems. We have lung problems, heart diseases. So what else left? So what not? Like
Everything. Yeah.
it's crazy. Like how
Yeah.
how impactful it is. So I wanted like see like our what are the practical tips would you like to suggest to our audience?
Okay, practical tips in daily routine. I think first people have to start with understanding the difference between a diaphragmatic breathing and an accessory breathing or a clavicular breathing. When you're aware or of the difference, so then when you're actually in that posture, so basically if you practice a diaphragmatic breathing on a daily basis, be it even for 5 or 10 minutes, and you're aware of how it feels or how it is to be done, then when you're in a poor posture or when you are in a stressful condition and when you're not doing that, your body will give you a hint, or your mind will give you a hint that this is not how it is supposed to be. And you so basically awareness is very important, but awareness will come if you know the difference between the the regular normal breathing, that is diaphragmatic breathing, or and the axillary breathing. The practical tip I would say is to start with practicing both, practicing diaphragmatic more, but also practicing accessory so you know the difference. Second tip is, I mean, I cannot tell you to not work on laptop or not be in a bent position when your work asks for it. But what I can tell you is every 30 minutes, uh, change your posture. Come in an upright posture. Do like a 1 minute or 2 minute of normal breathing. Uh, Obviously, it will help you calm your mind down. It will increase the oxygenation also, and it is giving a rest to the muscles also, so they do not tighten and lead to other problems. So that will be a second thing. Third thing will be ergonomics. Ergonomics is basically, designing everything around you in a way that it causes less discomfort. So if I'm using a laptop, I will station it in a way that it is at a height where my screen is just probably 10 degrees below my eye level. That's it. So I am not in a very drooped position when I'm using my laptop. Or if a student is studying, place your book in a way that you're not slouching so much. So automatically you are not in a bad posture, automatically you're breathing well. So, yeah. And other than that, of course, I would say, practice pranayams, practice which will help in better
Some
functioning of the
stretches like yoga
correct
stretches.
muscles. Yeah, and stretches. Yeah, stretches for your upper back, for your chest, so that if at all you unknowingly were overusing those muscles because of shallow breathing, it will relax them, so you don't tighten them.
Wonderful. That would be really helpful, like if they integrate into their lifestyle. And I would like
Yeah.
to ask you to demonstrate any of the breathing, if you can demonstrate to our audience, so that they'll understand like how does and also you can explain them how does that really work. Could you please demonstrate any breathing,
Okay.
whatever you like.
I can demonstrate diaphragmatic breathing, but I think I will have to find a better place so that everybody can see what am I doing.
Maybe clavicular or clavicular breathing or some.
Okay, I can say, or I can demonstrate what is a clavicular. Yeah, so clavicular breathing is basically when you are used. That's the accessory breathing that I was talking about. But it is also helpful because it kind of expands the upper ends of the lungs. That is where usually, there is some residual air that collects uh, sometimes. So it helps in getting rid of that air. So what you have to do is place your thumb at the back of so if you can touch your collarbone, it starts from the shoulder and comes right in the center to the center bone. So place your thumb at the shoulder or at the end of the clavicle and your fingers on the clavicle. Two might be up and can be down. And what you have to do is breathe in a way that your clavicle lifts up, and then when you breathe out, it goes down. So, why are we placing the hand is for a feedback that you understand whether you are using your clavicle is whether, it gives you a feedback that is the clavicle lifting up or no. So here you're not using your diaphragm. So be sure that your belly is not coming up and down too much. So you sit upright, you place your hands in this fashion, breathe in slowly through your nose, say for 3 counts,
Mhm.
and blow out from your mouth slowly. So this is basically clavicular breathing, which uses your upper portion of the lung, helps in. One of the benefits of clavicular breathing is it will help in getting rid of the residual air which takes in the top portions of the lungs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, even I do teach that. Like, I feel like a lot of expansion of my lungs. and also the activation of the lungs, right? So we feel like,
Anchor.
especially if I have to talk
Yeah.
in yogic terms. So yeah, in physiological terms, it has different benefits. Also, it corrects our posture, right? So we don't really stretch our shoulders in this fashion. So like by just adopting this posture also will really help in the stretch. So yeah, like what I understood from the whole session is everything is interlinked in our body. So our posture is plays a crucial role uh, to maintain the, like I can say, homeostasis of our health, and also to have you to maintain the mental health also. It's not only about physical health; it's also about mental health and your emotional health, which is like which is a holistic health. So, like I think what is adopting these tools and techniques which Saumi mentioned will really help you to improve your lifestyle and will reduce the disease burden. So, which is very, very important.
I mean, this is
Yes,
a,
go
I
ahead.
think right now it's a generation where people want, very easy hacks, which will not take a lot of time, but also help. I think it's a generation of hacks. And I think this is the best life hack. Uh, Breathe well, incorporate proper breathing techniques, and you're taking care of so many things. You're taking care of your mental health, you're taking care of your physical health, of your gut health. So I think for today's generation is the best life hack. Only by breathing correctly you can take care of so many things, right?
Wow. Yes. True, true. That's true. Like, we underestimate the breath, right? So it's a
Yeah, we
granted.
do.
Like we don't need to like care about breathing. That is the mindset people has, especially like whenever I talk about breathing, it can like it's automatically happening. Why should I learn from
Yeah,
you? Right? This is the question people often
that I
ask
know.
me. So, but they don't really understand like that that's the lifeline of the whole the life we are living today. So, like at the end, like I just wanted to end the session. Like, what do you want to say to our audience in terms of
I think
health? Uh, yeah.
health. Yeah, I know. I would like to say that it is a very fast pace that we are living, and I know nobody has the time to, take a break and pay attention. But what we can do, but also if our body, our mental health, and basically our physical health and mental health are, if not on par with you, then there is no point of that fast pace also. There is no point of earning, there's no point of working or uh, you know uh, achieving your dreams. So both of them have to be hand in hand. You cannot neglect one in order to chase the other. So start with the basics, start with proper breathing techniques, start with maintaining a good physical health, even be it even 15 minutes of your day. But they both need to be hand in hand.
True, true. It's like people focus on accumulating wealth, spend on health. That is what
Exactly,
happening at
exactly.
this moment.
Yeah, yeah, which is not required.
So,
So,
but we don't have a yeah, it is not required, and also we don't have good health to maintain use that wealth. So, what is the purpose
yeah,
of
what is the
working
purpose?
hard and accumulating?
Yeah,
So,
behind that word.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a very yes, yes. I got so many golden nuggets from this session, Saumi, more than expected, I can say. So I think
I am
the,
glad.
the plate in the audience hand, like how they use this information to improve their lifestyle. That is the main reason. I can say one thing, like when I told to Saumi like I wanted to do this, I would like to invite you. She accepted and she also told one word. Like I think hope we can help some people. That is what she told.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so like this is what the whole time we are spending today is to help you all and improve your lifestyle and stay healthy and live happily and live happily with your whole family. So that is the purpose of this whole series of things which we are doing. If you would like to know more about Saumi, you can contact her over Instagram and follow her. What is your Instagram handle? Can you spell it again?
So it is Movimento Tales. It basically
Momental
means,
tales, right?
yeah, it means
Momental.
movement stories.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, okay, wow. So movimento, like when I heard that word, it feels like Italian for me.
Yeah, no, it's a Spanish word, movimento. Portuguese also use
Spanish.
the word, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, yeah. So that's great, and thank you so much for your time, Somi. And if you want more sessions from Somi, so please comment below, and do not forget to follow us, and let us know what topics you would like to know more in terms of body and in terms of physical health. So we are happy to host a few other sessions with Somi and you.
Yeah, we're happy to help. Yeah.
Thank you, Somi, again. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you for having me. Bye.